As all you guys already know, racing and modifying your car is extremely expensive. There's a ton of different things you have to address across the car. It's a very complicated process, and it'll get to the point where you just want to get out on track and enjoy all the things you've done to your car. One of the best places you can invest money to get a proper driving experience is in your seat. The problem is most seats are pretty expensive, anywhere from $500 to $1,000 for a good name brand seat. And you also have the fact that if it's made out of fiberglass or carbon fiber, it is going to expire. And after that, you either cannot use the seat depending on what class you're in, or you have to add extra reinforcement, which is not going to allow a composite seat to work properly. So that's just not what I was looking for. I wanted to get an aluminum seat, and while this Kirkey seat is not nearly as comfortable as some of the other seats out there on the market, it is extremely cheap while still being very safe and getting the job done. So this is our intermediate road racing seat. It is $130 for just the seat. This one is 15 inches wide because I'm a relatively small person. And then I added the head protection on top, so it was $25 per side. And then I've got the $70 cover. It adds some padding. It makes it look a little bit better and makes it more comfortable. I was talking to some other guy who had a 350Z, and he just went on and on about how much he hated Kirkey seats, and I don't really understand why. This seat will never expire. The aluminum is not going to rust or go bad or deteriorate with sunlight. It's always going to be just as strong now as it was when I bought it. It's extremely light. The seat only weighs, I believe, 20 pounds with all of the mounting stuff on it, maybe 25 pounds at the most, so it's about half of what the factory seat weighs. It holds me in extremely well. I add a little bit of extra padding when I'm driving it to or from the track, but when I'm on track, this is perfectly comfortable. I don't even notice any sort of discomfort in the seat. Even after I get out of a car and the adrenaline dies down, I'm not like sore or walking around with a creaky back. If you're older and you have a bad back, yeah, maybe you can buy a different seat, but you also probably have more disposable income than I do right now. I made custom brackets to mount the seat. These side brackets here are the same gauge aluminum that the seat is made out of. And then this little seat rail right here is made out of 1/4-inch steel bar. So it's mounted in the factory location. I just moved the seat a little bit further back for weight distribution, but still close enough that I can reach the pedals. It is solid mounted, so there's no sliders. And then the bracket is bolted directly to the seat, which is bolted directly to the rail. I've got a slight lean back to it. I just test fitted it a few different times until I got the lean that I wanted. Because this is an aluminum seat, I have an extra mount that bolts to the back of the seat here and then attaches to the roll bar for added support and any sort of front impact to keep the seat from bending forward. When I'm driving on track, the seat does not move at all. Between the harness and the seat, I am completely held in place. I have no issues getting in and out of it with my removable steering wheel. And like I said, it's still pretty comfortable. Of course, I'm only 26, so I don't have the bad back of like a 45 or 50-year-old. But considering I got the entire seat set up and mounted with some wraparound head protection, it holds you in place well, and all of it 100% mounted in the car as it sits is less than $300. I would say it's a really, really good deal. Even with the added head containment up here, this is not considered a full containment seat. So if your series requires that, they do have a more expensive seat that will fulfill that. Eventually, this will become my passenger seat if I ever upgrade to a full containment seat. If I'm doing something with a passenger, it's probably just at a track day for fun. I'm not going to be going all out. So this is still more than safe enough to have someone in the car out on track. This is 10 times better than normal factory seat with no bolstering. So this will keep you in place in a crash, keep you inside the car. But really, other than the fact that it could be a little bit more comfortable, I have no complaints about the seat. And even then, like I said, I don't notice that it's uncomfortable. It's just uncomfortable after 5 hours of driving it from here to Atlanta. And then again, most factory seats start to get uncomfortable after that amount of time. Of course, if you have any questions, you want to pick my brain about this seat before you purchase one, of course, feel free to drop those in the comments below. Hit that subscribe button, and I will see you guys next week.